My husband teaches us how to do nice.
Gotta laugh down through
Just
anything.
sometimes a little humor
Get your
can
story
get you
out.
through.
Oh my God. I'm so happy that this came to fruition. I'm so happy about this gay crow right here also. What a fantastic show tonight. Happy Pride, everyone. I just loved being able to hear everyone's stories, which just meant so much to me. And I'm going to continue to support each and every one of you as much as I can as an ally myself. And okay, so with that, a couple people know me, some people who don't know me. Did you believe that I'm actually just an ally and not flaming queer? All right, the reason I'm asking is because people have been saying Happy Pride to me, just random strangers just clocking me instantly. I'm like, how cartoonishly queer and trans am I that from 20 feet away you're wishing me Happy Pride? I know I'm saying this wearing rainbow pants and Doc Martens, but I am very gay. Yes, I am very gay. I was on the last Storyectomy class. And a goal of mine is I'm going to try to do every iteration of Storyectomy. It's kind of like the EGOT of trauma. Yeah, very prestigious. The last class, storytelling is very different than stand-up. There were some stand-ups on the show. I could speak to that, right? Like. Storytelling is a lot more like serious. The last storytelling show I did, I cried on stage, and okay, so like that, the equivalent in stand-up, crying in storytelling, that's like crushing in stand-up, I feel. People asked me how the story went. I'm like, do you not see the smeared mascara? I crushed it. I wrote two stories. One was like a very silly, goofy story. That's how I am. I'm just very silly and goofy. But the other story was very serious, and in the story I spoke a lot about how I have some imposter syndrome and how I, like as a trans woman, in the last storytelling class was an all-female storytelling class about maternal mental health. And I was like, I feel like, I don't know, like I have a fear that like I took like a real woman's spot or something. It was a lot of like internalized transphobia. And so I didn't know which story to like present to everybody. But Nicole in the class graciously was like, just go up twice in the show. Like you can do both stories. And I was like, that's very cool. But like, I told you I have imposter syndrome. Now I'm gonna take two cis women's spots? What the hell? I somehow swam and took first place and second place. What? It was fine. I ended up, it was, again, internalized transphobia. I worked through it, and you know, so I was gonna share that story about fertility and how I deposited sperm into a sperm bank, but then I forgot that this was a G-rated story. That's an X-rated, that's like a triple X-rated story. So another time, but I have better stuff prepared for you all anyway. And plus like the email, they give us an email of like the rundown. They're like, it's a queer show, just make sure like it's queer content, you kind of like stick to that. I can't do anything else. Like that's all you're gonna get. I am a one-trick pony. I'm looking at my notes. My notes just say trans, so there's no need to reference it. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Dave Chappelle's set list. I'm so sorry. So sorry. It says chain smoke 10 cigarettes in indoor venue like a jerk. This is a bit, by the way. My phone is just a photo of myself winking at myself, so. Now I'm checking my notes. Some people, yes, I'm a trans woman, and people will ask me if Nina is my real name, and usually I'm just like, ugh, yes, that's my real name. But sometimes I call them out. I'm like, you know, you shouldn't go around asking trans people if that's their real name. And they're like, oh my God, no, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm a trans ally. I didn't mean it like that. I was asking for like racist reasons. Like, why didn't you say so? So like some of my favorite shows to do happen to have been clean shows here at the Crow. Like I did a teen show here for like 12 and 13-year-olds, and one of my favorite shows I've ever done. I sold all of my merch, which was just hormones without a prescription. I was like, here you go, everyone, you can take out everybody for your candy. No, that show was very important for me because like as a kid, I never had representation like that, and like a trans boy came up to me afterwards and like said that it was so cool to see me on stage. When I was a trans kid, my dad really wanted sons, and I have 2 older sisters. I'm the youngest, and he got his wish, but like he must have wished with like a monkey's paw or something, because we know how that ended up. Because he was like in hard denial too. For 3 Halloweens in a row, I was Mulan. He was like, this is fine, nothing to extrapolate from this, I'm sure. And I always knew I was trans from like as early as I can remember, like 3-4 years old. And I just didn't think transitioning was like a realistic option that I was actually allowed to do in my life. And so I didn't, and I was just closeted for a long time. And I was like secretly a girl pretending to be a boy in order to defeat the Huns. My dad wrote and performed that song. Did they send me daughters? When I asked for sons is the lyrics. Who wrote that? That's way too on the nose for a trans kid growing up. Hearing that, I want to recite the lyrics to Reflection, which is like a beautiful song that Mulan sings. But the lyrics, okay, so like a Disney Asian princess singing and a little Asian trans girl, listen, you know this? Look at me, I will never pass for a perfect bride or a perfect daughter. Can it be I'm not meant to play this part? Now I see that if I were truly to be myself, I would break my family's heart. And I love that movie, but I would be like crying in my room and listening to Mulan sing, when will my reflection show who I am inside? Meanwhile, my dad was just joyfully singing in the shower, I'll make a man out of you. This song's amazing, why are you crying? I inject myself with estrogen. My dad's like, boys will be boys. And then now, like, I'm out as trans, and I get to do stand-up, and I get to, like, tell my story. It's so great. I did a open mic at the Hollywood Comedy, AKA Hell on Earth. There's a lot of like bigoted material can be heard there. And one of the performers was a magician, and we hate each other. He hates me because I'm trans, and I just hate him for that. I have a nemesis in LA, and he's a magician. And I go up on stage, and he hates it, and then he goes up after me, and he starts calling me like a he, she. He calls me an it. And like, this is nothing I haven't dealt with before, nothing new to me. Okay, so we can understand that heckling is not good. We're a comedy savvy group. Heckling, bad. But sometimes heckling, pretty funny. He's like, is this your card? Nah. You don't think gender's real? Magic's not real! The frustrating part was that his magic tricks were pretty incredible. I was like, how did he do that? But I hate you. I like to think I bring a unique, fresh perspective as a gay, transgender, Vietnamese woman, stand-up comedian in Los Angeles in her 30s, and her favorite band is Weezer, which is a marginalized, thank you. We're a marginalized group because I don't know why people hate Weezer fans so much, but I learned that this is not unique at all because there's literally another gay transgender Vietnamese woman stand-up comedian in Los Angeles in her 30s, and her favorite band is Weezer, and she's way more successful than me, which I love that for her. My parents would be so proud of her. And I'm afraid of asking audiences if they know who I'm talking about because I did that once and someone yelled out a third different comedian. I was talking about Robin Tran. Someone goes, Patty Harrison. I was like, oh, I forgot about Patty Harrison. Patty Harrison is a Vietnamese transgender woman stand-up comedian in Los Angeles in her 30s. There's 3 of us. What is happening? Is this the Spider-Verse? Did all of our Uncle Bens die? We all get bit by the same radioactive girl. And she's the most successful one out of the 3 of us. She's like the most evolved Pokemon of us. She has 4 arms and 4 microphones. She's like, ah! It's kind of like that racist saying, no matter how good you think you are at something, there's always an Asian out there somewhere doing gay transgender Vietnamese comedy better than you. All right, that's it for me. Thank you.